Hey addicts, welcome back. We're here for The Realm, issues 11 and 12, and it took a lot of months to get this much content.
Yeah, blood people.
There's a lot of blood stuff going on. There's some more mysteries.
Most blood stuff per episode that I've seen.
Yeah, at least in this series. So issue 11, we don't get much. We get the group that, the hunters group that Eldridge sent after to, take out Will.
They're general jerks.
Yeah, all they do is kill people and then put them in circles to communicate with dead people.
Yeah.
Or other people off in the distance.
You could just use a cell phone.
Yeah. We get back at Red Jaw because I guess they're getting escorted along with the person in the bunny mask because he's injured, and we get him just killing a dude because they're like, you look like you're losing a little bit of your consciousness there, and he's just bam. And then
PC culture, am I right? Continue.
Yeah, he said something that was not approved.
Exactly.
You're going down. And then we get to see Will and their group. I don't really like this, to be honest, because we got them out of the situation where everybody figured out what was happening with Will's arm. And then, we get to where they're back on the road again. And then we don't see them, they make a highlight of we're going to talk about this later. And then we never get that, even when they get to their destination.
We're going to talk about this later.
Yeah. But we get to see that, they make up that Will knows this other person that they can stop and get resupplied. And it's a buddy of his, or at least an acquaintance for, work stuff. And so they're going to stop at this dude's farm because he's got a place. And so they're making their way there. We get to see Ben again, splitting from the group. And he's doing his own little thing, I guess. I guess he's trying to meet back up with them. We only see him kind of moving around. And then we get... we get Rook. She saves a thick fairy. And then meets up with Will. She speaks fairy. Yeah, she can speak fluent fairy. And then we do know that iDubbbz mage is up to something because he's looking at the medallion. And
he's got a coin, and coin matches the book.
Yeah, so that's interesting. And I believe we see that same emblem when we see the hunters group because they make a little pentagram on somebody's head that I think resembles that. I didn't go back and compare, but I think that's what they're going for there. And by the way, yeah, that's Mac. We get a name drop there. I wrote down that he looks like Wild Bill. So, but yeah, and then we get to see the Red Queen. For the life of me, I don't remember her name. Yeah, it's been a while. But she is puking up blood into people's mouths and becoming red walkers.
In a good way.
Yeah. And they're infesting stuff. And then issue 12.
I don't know why she couldn't just get a willing person. That guy didn't seem really into it beforehand.
Yeah, maybe he thought he was there for something else. I don't know. But then issue 12, it's we get them, the Will's group, they kind of run into a little bit of harpies as they're getting into the ranch, if you want to call it that. They get settled in, everything seems hunky-dory. And then we get a little bit of a moment with these other group of characters that are actually trying to hunt down the person in the bunny mask. And I believe we've seen them before, but they haven't been really highlighted. They might have been new characters. It's been a while. It's been 6 months since the last issue, all right? So don't pressure me too much. But then at the end of the issue, we get, I guess, a build-up to a reveal, but no reveal. Because the lady at the ranch looks at a vault or some cellar thing and looks at it suspiciously, but doesn't say anything, and we don't get to see what's
But you know what we do get to see? Blood crows.
Blood crows, indeed. That virus is spreading. I'm really curious. Okay, I guess, what was your impressions first before we go into speculation?
Not much happened. Main party was pretty boring. Evil party didn't really do anything either, except they're going to kill a town for no reason, probably. But yeah. Queen Lady brought it back.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because the hunters are on their tail. They went back to that one facility that Will was originally at when they defeated that monster when the one guy, the older mage, I guess, sacrificed his life. And they're probably not going to survive. But yeah, I'm agreeing. I don't like the pacing of this at all. I think even as when you read stuff in a volume, like comics, you can tell when stuff is stretched out like this, because when you, even though they don't show, the ending of each issue when you're reading it in a volume, you'll still sit there and be like, wow, this is really choppy, but in a really weird way how it's like really stretched out and then all of a sudden, bam, just something else. And then it's a stretch of really long nothing. So I don't know. I think it still has a lot of intriguing things. I definitely want to know what's going on with the Blood Queen.
I just feel like comics are not the medium that they should have gone with this source material.
Yeah, I think if you would have had this in a novel, it made more sense. Maybe they were wanting to make it a movie or a TV show, and maybe they wanted to show the I don't know. It's still really weird because, like, I mean, it's hard to fill a lot of content in 20 pages anyway, but there's at least probably 5 pages that only have like one piece of dialogue, and then we get like maybe 2 pages that is like filled with dialogue, but it's just like them like reading one another or saying like stuff that doesn't really matter to the plot. But you know, yeah, I feel like a comic that's really similar to this in terms of like what I like about it, but is done in a way better way, is Oblivion Song. I love that most of the things about that is like intrigue and like wanting to know more about like what happened and like what's going on. But I think they fill that content a lot better per issue. Whereas in this, there's just nothing, man. Nothing. There's not even enough for me to even speculate on what's going on. Like the Blood Queen, like that's intriguing, but like what's she doing? Like I know you were talking like why if this was her like master goal to take over the world, why did she do that like at the beforehand? I don't know. Maybe she just had to chill in a vat of blood for like 10 years or however long this event happened.
I don't know.
But yeah, I guess the only other thing would be like Mac, like when they're with their group and they kill all the people at the bar and they stack the bodies for that to talk. I don't know if that's necessarily supposed to be like a way to communicate to like Eldridge or the Blood Queen, or if it's a completely different entity altogether that maybe is dead or whatever. But there's that question, but because they give you very little to go on because the thing it only says like one line. But I don't know. I like it, but I don't like it. I like the concept. I like the intrigue in there, but like you said, I think this is just the wrong medium for it, or it's like one that's just better read as a bulk after it's already done. But
we're still here doing it.
We're still here. We'll
still here. You for volume 30. Also, Rhino Guy is in there.
Yeah, Rhino, which is also really weird because, like, you know, you hope to get new stuff whenever a new issue drops, and then it looks like they just were like, well, let's see here. We need to show that the time's elapsing. They're on the road. Hey, let's take that really cool issue we had a couple months back that we never used, like in the actual book, and we'll just crop it and put it in the book and show them walking by it. So I don't know. I mean, that's cool art. I like the style. You know, that's still quality that is
a lot of ugly characters.
There is ugly a lot of ugly characters. I mean, you know, you still got a pretty good drawing of iDubbbz though in there. So there's that. But yeah, I still think it's one that just wait. Just wait for it. Just wait. I think there's potential.
Wait for our review for the 13th where we're disappointed again.
Yeah, in my days ruined yet again. But I don't know. This might be one that we go back and look at when it's a whole. But as for right now, we'll be back for issue 13. So we're staying with it. So we'll be here for you guys. So without further ado,
we're out.
Peace, addicts.